In addition to the gods whom you have mentioned, I would specifically invoke Mnemosyne, for all the important part of what I have to tell is dependent on her favor, and if I can recollect and recite enough of what was said by the priests and brought hither by Solon, I doubt not that I shall satisfy the requirements of this theater.
Hi, I'm Wilson,
And I'm CJ.
and today we're going to talk about,
Atlantis.
and we're going to talk about a lot of other things in this video, but a lot of gods, because this is based on that, partly in Greek mythology, a lot of that sort of stuff. Our podcast is called Fury Kids. We would like to talk about metahumans really quick. That is our school that's letting us do this. They built this podcast room. There's probably going to be a mural soon in the back because my dad does tattoos. Please go to Metahumans in Orlando, and sometimes in Winter Park location. There's going to be a mural here soon. My dad's a tattoo artist. Please go to if you're 18 or older, please go to the East Tattoo Shop. You can meet my dad, Stephen Roberts, there. All right, let's begin.
Okay. But in addition to the gods whom you have mentioned, I would specifically invoke Mnemosyne, for all the important part of what I have to tell is dependent on her favor, and if I can recollect and recite enough of what was said by the priests and brought hither by Solon, I doubt not that I shall satisfy the requirements of this theater. To that task, then, I will at once address myself. That is a quote from Plato's book, Timaeus, and he is one of the only, if not the only, person who has documented Atlantis, and his works still are here today.
Yes. Also, most of the time CJ's not going to be here. Most of the time it's going to be Max. But yeah. Oh, Nick, come in.
Hello, I'm Nick.
What questions would you like to ask?
So speaking of gods, do you think that Zeus had any part of Atlantis?
No. According to Plato's work, Poseidon created the town of the water god, practically, which, of course, water god Poseidon.
Okay. So if Poseidon made, let's say, yes, he made Atlantis, right? He made the city of Atlantis. Let's say Poseidon, when he finished making the city of Atlantis, and he made mermaids, seahorses, and all of the sea. Correct? So if he made all the sea, isn't the clouds made out of water?
Yes, correct.
So what do you mean? So what I'm trying to ask is
Did he make the clouds?
Yeah, did he make the clouds? Because
What question is...
I'm pretty sure I actually know the answer. I study a lot of Greek mythology,
It's true.
mainly because of Percy Jackson, probably my favorite book series. I think the answer is Poseidon and Zeus did a lot of both. But I think we're kind of getting a bit off topic to Atlantis.
Yes.
True. Anyways, back to Atlantis. In Atlantis, is it true that the city was sunken underwater?
Yes, it was a punishment for something in here. I'll have to find that later. Okay?
Okay. Anyways, since the city of Atlantis was sunken, all the people were dead. That's correct. I know that for sure. And because it sank, people were they mad? Were they when they passed on to the gods? What would you think they would be? What would be their gesture?
That I don't think we can answer. We didn't look into that much.
What?
That much? She's asking what happens when the gods, die.
Oh, when the gods die, they don't necessarily die, they just fade away eventually.
They eventually they're after a million years or so, they're just gonna
Fade
to nothing. It's gonna be
Yeah.
up nothing.
I have heard this before from someone in my family, but I don't know if it's correct. Did Poseidon or Hades have a son?
Yes. Poseidon or Hades, or including Zeus?
Including Zeus and Hades.
I'm pretty sure Zeus had a son named Dionysus.
Yeah, he did. Another thing about many humans is that there's two sides. There's Apollo, which I'm on, and Nicholas is also on that side, but there's no room over here.
Yeah.
And CJ over here is on
Artemis.
Currently, in this, Apollo is winning. Me and CJ actually have gotten both most XP grind. XP turns into credits. Credits, that means you can buy stuff from the shop. Or, heck, there's even 3D printers here. There's mission, like, I'm on mission 23 right now.
Really cool.
Actually, no, 24. I'm working on 24.
Do you know about XP and credits and stuff that Donkey was talking about? What even is XP? XP is stuff you get from doing classes and homework and all that stuff. And eventually they get converted to credits.
Which credits you can buy from the shop. You can get minutes on the 3D printer. You can get so much stuff. Like, you can get snacks if you're ever hungry. Each 100 credits turns into 1 credit. Snacks are usually 3 credits. But yeah. Alright. What else? Another thing that's really cool is something called Flow Lab, which is video game design. This is a program that we use. We can build video games. Like if you ever want to check out one of my games or CJ's, one of my most popular games, which is called Red vs. Blue with only 8 likes. And CJ is really good here at coding. I'm really good at making, let's say, animation and that sort of stuff. But yeah, Nicholas here is really good at background stuff. He's good with backgrounds, but yes.
Anyways,
Talking about my dad's tattoo shop, if you want to go visit, please go to theeast.com and you will find some of our artists. And yeah, it's a really good shop. It's a good community. My dad is named Stephen Roberts, so please go check him out. Subscribe on Instagram. And actually, we're giving MediHumans and my dad's tattoo shop 2.5% of our profits. Whatever we make, we're giving them that much of our profit.
So, I heard what you asked earlier. Why did Atlantis sink? So, apparently, it's from divine punishment from the gods. Plato's narratives portray Atlantis as a powerful and initially
benevolent civilization that eventually succumbed to
corruption and greed.
The gods,
angered by their moral decline, brought about a destructive end. So, they used violent earthquakes to try and flood Atlantis, and it eventually worked. It sunk. And, however, you know how our podcast is called Theory Kids?
Yes.
We're not always going to talk about theories. We're also going to talk about facts. We're trying to work on the Roswell incident right now.
But that gets the point. Theory Kids. Atlantis itself is a theory, though. You said it wasn't, but technically it could have never existed. It could have never existed. And did Plato ever even see Atlantis for himself?
Maybe. We don't know. Not possible to. We could probably figure it out, but it's quite hard. You have any more questions?
Yes, I actually have one more question. It's not about Atlantis, but when you guys do more episodes of your podcast, will you be talking about aliens?
Yes, eventually. Like Roswell, that is a theory that we are going to talk about in episode 2, which we are excited for because we hit the curveball, so we had to stop for a little bit. We're still doing research on that. So, yeah. What was your different question?
Yes. If Atlantis was sucked down by so many earthquakes, what does that mean that all the people that lived where Atlantis was
They died.
died? Wait, I'm not done with my question. Died, and then would they turn into gods, or would they just turn into immortal people?
They just die.
They would just die.
I was just asking that because you never know.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Are mermaids actually real?
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
I mean, it all depends on religional beliefs and whether or not they're actually real. For Greek religion,
Yes.
it's been proven. A lot of it has been proven a myth, but who knows? Atlantis could have existed, and we could find even more evidence.
Oh, by the way, if you are wanting to go check out us, you can go to theorykid.com. And yeah, that's where you can see our merch that we're trying to make right now. We are working on a UFO. We're going to have t-shirts. It's going to be awesome. Your turn? Anything else you would like to ask?
So I want to ask, not because Theory Kids, like, how do I say this? Theory Kids would probably go on for how long? Let's say maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, maybe until.
As long as we can make it. As long as me and CJ and everybody will be here.
Well, yeah. I mean, we and metahumans, you can only stay here for as long as like
Metahumans is here.
Metahumans is here.
I don't know. It's expanding right now. I think they're trying to open a new location right now.
Yeah, in Winter Garden, I think it was closer to Disney, somewhere around there. And talking about metahumans, I like metahumans. They all like metahumans. Everyone loves it here. So tell your parents, hey, metahumans is a place that you can learn about STEM. You can learn how to sod. You can learn how to 3D print.
Heck, we even play video games. Like
Sometimes.
We play Minecraft. We play Fall Guys. We were talking about metahumans is a great place. I see that CJ searched up that if Plato did see Atlantis, but it says here that no.
It's Pluto, not Plato.
Plato.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. He did not see Atlantis.
All right. Do you think that you learned stuff from this?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. I've learned all about Plato and stuff.
I would just like to give a shout out to our editors and researchers. One of the here is CJ, and there's a couple over there. They are just doing some stuff right now.
Do you want me to bring them
on
in?
the Roswell right now, and there's Sage and Ethan back there. They are such good people. We love them on the team, right, CJ?
Yes.
Yes.
And we wish Max was here, but he didn't come today. He hasn't been in like 2 weeks, so yeah. Most
He
of the
doesn't
time,
come often.
he comes 50% of the time. But so you'll be seeing CJ here and Max here quite a lot. Like both of them probably about equally.
And I think I come here a bit more than him.
Yeah, you do.
I'll probably be.
Anyways, let's get on topic again. Do you want me to bring in Ethan and Sage?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, I'll get them. You guys can talk about
No,
more Atlantis.
CJ?
Okay. As you can obviously tell, this
We're
is
just
scripted.
We're talking.
Talking.
Yeah, Hey, Ethan, come in here. We were talking about you. Come in here.
You're on camera.
All right, come on here. Get over here. This is our buddy Sage here.
Yo, what's up,
guys? And then there's Ethan here.
What's up, buddies?
Talking to the mic.
Meet the crew.
Meet the crew.
The crew.
This is
Do you want to say anything?
so. This is us four right here. He's just
I'm just a guest right
Special
now,
guest.
but soon enough I might become a cameraman.
maybe,
You never know.
maybe not. We got CJ, you got Sage, you got Ethan, you got me, and you also have Max. And yeah, you can go head on out.
Max is dead. Do you want to say? Can I say something before you guys leave?
Be safe out there, guys.
Bye.
And go to bed, human.
And go to MedHumans, because it's the best.
We're totally not sponsoring them. Totally.
We are sponsoring
right.
them, guys, but okay.
What else should we talk about?
So, if people don't know what Atlantis is, just a quick explanation is Poseidon, who was the Greek god of water, wanted to make an island just for himself and a couple other people as well. However, they were insanely greedy, and pretty much everyone kind of hated them because they were corrupted too. So the gods took away Atlantis by flooding it, and some people say it's at the bottom of the seafloor now.
Hey, Goku, do you have any more questions?
Do you think that anyone, maybe in like 10 years, 15, 20 years, they might be able to get to Atlantis?
So there are some things I disbelieve about this. I'm not going to say some of them, but some of it I think is possible. Some of it I don't. But yeah, no more?
Because I'm really more of a scientist, so I know that if you go that deep, you will get crushed by all the force on top of you.
Yeah. However, sorry for interrupting.
You're good.
If we don't find Atlantis down there, if we search every single bit of the seafloor, that still doesn't mean that Atlantis doesn't exist, because over time, all of the material
disintegrated.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably rusted into something that we can't see anymore. The rock has probably formed over it. So there's even if we somehow passed over it, I bet you we have. We still wouldn't, because we've only searched like 20%. Hold on, how much?
No, like 5%.
5% of the sea.
How much have we searched
Of the sea.
of?
Anyways, while they're doing that, if you already come to MetaHumans and you're just listening to this podcast,
Only 20%. Literally only 20%.
Oh, just only 20% of the sea.
With only 5% being physical, seen, or visited. So we still have a lot to search. However, in the Bermuda Triangle, which is apparently where it was known to be,
Yes.
here's another conspiracy theory. Yay!
What?
So, some people say, I mean, it also has happened, people, know, stuff on the seafloor. I mean, not know, but, in the Bermuda Triangle, there have been a lot of plane crashes and ship sinkages, and it's probably the most in the world, and it all forms this one triangle. And apparently, it was in the Bermuda Triangle surrounds Atlantis. So, it could be the god's punishment for Poseidon from Atlantis' existence by sinking anything around there.
That honestly actually does make a lot of sense. It's like a punishment. But yeah, Goku, do you have any more questions?
Since Poseidon is a god, and gods are immortal, how did he die?
We don't know if he actually died. You know that, right?
Yeah, he probably did, because, like, all of those earthquakes and being sunk down to the ground, and I understand that it's a floating island, now it's just under the water. Poseidon is the god of water, but
he probably could breathe underwater.
He probably could breathe underwater, but who knows? He might have just not had the power to breathe underwater. He might have just had the power to control, or he could have died from a volcano under the water, or he could have died
from anything.
He could have died from the impact.
I think. Oh wait, I actually have two good ideas. What if he died from one of the earthquakes?
True.
And what if when he went underwater, he was like yes, and then the island fell on top of him? That could have
True.
happened.
He could have died because of that impact, because that impact would probably crush all your bones in your body.
Or maybe he couldn't have died.
He couldn't have died.
Maybe. All right. Do you have any more questions?
Wait, before that, if any of you guys heard us call him Goku, that's his nickname here. So
Yes.
Yeah. I actually, speaking of that, like at this school, you can call yourself whatever you want. So my favorite animal is a donkey. So people call me Donkey here.
Yes.
No one calls me Wilson. And so if people are calling me Wilson, Donkey, that is the reason why. Because we don't usually talk about real names. You can do your real name, but most people don't.
Yeah.
My nickname has just been CJ for my entire life.
Yeah,
so.
it's true. You've been here for like 3 years, and yeah.
So, anyways, I don't have a question, but if you guys want to see Donkey, CJ, and me,
Or Max and the other.
or Max, or the group,
Ethan.
Sage, Ethan, and you want to be like part of MetaHumans, and you want to be part of the podcast. We have like roles. We have like security, like Ethan and Sage and me. We're security, but I really don't do security as much. I'm just more of a guest right now.
Security is more just if people are getting loud, we're gonna tell them, please stop, because we haven't got the noise canceling in here yet.
Yeah.
How are we gonna get that?
Maybe
in 5 weeks or so.
5
right?
weeks.
Fine then.
Well, actually, I can tell my parents if.
No, we
guess
already
some-
ordered it.
Oh, okay. So
They're expensive too.
yeah, they're pretty expensive.
I have an answer to one of your earlier questions.
Oh, okay. Just tell me right now.
So remember, I'm not sure if he has a kid. Who knows? But
He probably does.
Atlas was Poseidon's son. I am pretty sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah. No, he answered the Zeus one.
No, Atlas is a Titan.
All right. Since Atlas is a Titan, wouldn't that mean that Poseidon's wife would be a Titan?
No, I'm not even sure if that's
He had a
there.
wife.
He has a wife, but I don't know if it's a Titan.
Maybe, hold on, let's look that up. What's
Yeah.
Poseidon's wife?
I'll search that up real quick.
Alright, hold on. After this, we're gonna let you guys go.
It's been fun being on the
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Amphitrite, the sea goddess.
All right. Was she a Titan?
Wait, okay. Is Atlas, Poseidon's son?
Yes, he was. That's not shocking to me. But I guess we're gonna let you go.
All right. See you guys. Please go to
Bye.
MetaHumans because it's the best
All right.
place on the planet.